Yes, we are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to our webinar. We are live here at the webinar platform and also on SME Banking TV. So thank you for joining and welcome. My name is Olena Gryniuk. I'm the CE Director at the SME Banking Club, and I will be your host at today's webinar. And today we will speak about integrated digital banking experience for SMEs tailored to their unique financial needs. And my guest today is Milan Piśtalo, Sales Director at NF Innova, a company which enables traditional banks to become digital leaders. Milan, welcome.
Hello to everyone. Hello, Olena. Thank you for having me here.
Yeah, thank you for joining. And before we go to the topic, let me very shortly mention the organizational information. So we planned this webinar for 45 minutes. We start from the presentation, and in the second part of the webinar, we will have a Q&A session. So please type your questions in the chat, even during the presentation, and we will read and answer all of them in the second part of the webinar. And we are recording this webinar, so right after we finish, you will receive link to the video and the presentation as well. So let's go to our topic. If we look at the CEE region, we see that 80% of the banks have digitalized their main daily banking operations for SMEs and business customers. And here then we can say that digitalization itself is not a competitive advantage anymore. Especially if we talk in the context of the transactional banking. And what is becoming an advantage is integrated digital customer experience. And this is the topic that we will talk today about. And Milan, I'm passing the word to you at once. So let's start from your presentation and then have Q&A session. You're welcome.
Thank you. And as you said, it is not anymore the basic services like payments or product overview. It is more about adding all other services and all other services, not only from the banking perspective, but also out of the banking service, but related to the customer. So today I would like to share some practices and insights from our customers about the digitalization and personalization for the SME segments, because we see that two main topics are the becoming necessity rather than commodity or luxury for that service. So first, just to explain the concept of integrated platform and ecosystem. In a nutshell, the base banking offers, these are the services related to the payments, to the getting insights of the products like accounts, loans. Then there is extended banking offerings, which are related to the also banking business, such as factoring, some advanced services like trade finance or investment, insurance, leasing. And this is where the majority of the banks are at that level. So majority of the banks still offering some extended banking offices, but which are related to the core. What we are talking about is this variety of services which are important for the end users, but which are not so connected to the banking offers, such as accounting or gaming industry. It's becoming very important, but it is not something which is known to the banks. But since we are talking all about customer-centric approach and how to understand the customers, when you talk with SMEs, you see that there is a lot of services which are required and needed for their daily business, which are not so purely banking service. It is rather some extended services which can be also part of the mobile banking application or web portal, where your end customers can really benefit of them if they have everything on one spot, on one portal. So this concept, having in mind all this open banking, PSD2, new standards, new way of business, they are actually helping us to include all these additional services within the one app and offer that variety of services to the end users, your your customers. So this is the mostly known concept as a super app. And we have several cases or several services which are offered actually within the mobile banking apps, such as digital services, streaming services, or accounting or e-commerce. So today I would just like to explain what we did with our customers and which services we already integrated and offered to the end user. As easiest to explain is invoicing part. So all the legal entities need to create the invoices and also receive the invoices. What we see as a trend in all this Central Eastern Europe, especially, there is a mandatory repository defined by the state where all invoices should be uploaded and have their unique IDs. That is the case in Serbia with e-Faktura, with the SEF, how we name it, where the customers of the Raiffeisen Bank actually having the all invoices within the mobile apps. So they can get the invoices, that all the details, they can immediately pay the invoice from the mobile app. Also, there is the next phase is that you can create your own invoices from the app and also upload it to the this e-Faktura state repository with all these services. So this is something which customers are requiring due to their daily operations. And this is something which is not so commodity or some luxury. It is actually the core business of their of all legal entities. And having this kind of services within the platform will help them also to not jump from another portal to portal or app to app. So everything will be in the one app. It's a one-stop shop. As we call it, and this is one of the example which is also helping the banks and then end users to use only one app to cover their all basic needs within the one app. After we have all this invoicing, after we have all these payments, there is a lot of data within the system, which actually help us to present to the end user their cash flow. So providing some insights which are not so expected so far is something which is very useful for the end users. And there is a lot of data which we can leverage on and use and help the customers to grow their business. On the other side, those data can help banks for cross-sell and upsell their own products. If you know that the customer has some invoice to pay 10 days from now, and based on the account balance, there is not enough money on that account, you can easily, in the real time, offer that customer some lending products, cash loan or loan for working capital, whatever, immediately to cover their needs. So it is more about understanding the customer and treating them and offering the proper service at the proper timing. All this data can, of course, be used for further analytics like the CRM or something which will help banks to understand the behavior and offer some proper service to them as well. Another example is also how to build the ecosystem of your own customers. So from one side, you have your private individuals. From the other side, you have the legal entities or only the SME market, but they are all doing some different business, not the banking. So you can use the mobile app to gather all of them on one spot and support them in offering their services to your existing services. So you are creating your own ecosystem by helping your own customers to their core business. So it is not only to promote the payment card, but you can also offer different financing if they are selecting their own products within your bank, which is actually the real case. So all the banks have some corporate agreements. If someone buys some goods from one company using the bank accounts, it will have some additional benefits, discounts, or different payment terms. Actually, those things can be also available on mobile apps. So instead of promoting it on the billboard or in the branch, you can treat the mobile apps as a digital branch where you can also need to promote, and you also can connect much easier your existing portfolio and offer their own services. So helping them to grow, you can also help bank to grow with adding or offering some additional services such as financing or payment with the card or account to account. So this is the nice example how to help and guide and nurture your existing portfolio by helping them to sell their own services. Uh, Also, the one of the important topic is the personalization. We see it as the very crucial to have the personalized experience. And what we have with our platform and with all the customers, we are using actually the one platform to cover different segments and to present different set of services to the end user. Here is the four different design, but actually that is the one platform with just different look and feel. Which can be also used as to provide the personalized content to the end user. When we are talking about SMEs, then there is also additional differentiator between the SMEs segment based on their needs. So from one side, you have micro enterprises, small entrepreneurs with very simple financial needs. They just need the cash as soon as possible without going into details. What is the interest rate? What is the payment terms? Compared to the medium enterprises, the big guys, where you are probably negotiating with them about the interest rate, about the payment terms, how to pay, when to pay. They are using also more complex products. So if you offer trade finance to the small or micro enterprises, you will probably spend more time in explaining what is guarantee and what is trade finance, how to use it, rather than sell some different simple products. So having in mind all these different needs, which we find on the all markets, which are pretty much general for the regardless of the country or the region, they have totally different requirements and different way how to use the mobile apps. What we are explaining or offering and practicing is that based on those segmentation, we can also offer the tailored application, tailored features, tailored functionalities to those customers which are relevant for them. So if we are, this is the example of the agriculture business owner. In the business department in the banks, you probably have different calculators for the generating offers based on the segment. So you will not use the same calculator for the agribusiness compared to the medium. So our goal is to leverage on all those existing business tools within the bank and also offer them for the specific segment. So if the agro owner log into the portal, we can ask them also the same questions like he's visiting the branch and discussing with his advisor. So what is the culture, what is the area? Based on all these inputs, you are actually generating some indicative offer and discussing with the customers about the procedure. The same experience should be also available on the mobile channels. Is it web or mobile? That is not so important. Mobile probably preferred, but those kind of things are important for them to receive it on the mobile and receive the immediate answer if he is available or eligible for some specific amount. But you cannot offer the same calculator also for for example, enterprise logistic business. But for them, it is the some additional third-party services such as insurance or GPS tracking on for the tracks or some offer for buying the tracks. Maybe that is something which is expected to have that kind of information on the mobile apps. After COVID, we saw that the main channel is actually becoming the digital banking channels. Is it mobile or web? So basically, what we are explaining are that you should provide all this relevant information the same in the digital branch or in the real physical branch. So attracting that and offering that proper services for them, it is expected on the on mobile channel as well. On the third example, that is the example of the small micro business, for example, coffee shop. which are using which they are practicing business, which are more similar to the private individuals than to the corporate business. What you see usually, it's the same business department within the bank, which are covering retail, meaning private individuals and micro, while medium and small are the part of the corporate. So this kind of differences between the business application is also issue and challenge on the mobile app. So what we have as an example is that once the micro business owner log into the app, he can also see the account balance from his private account, and also the account balance from the company account, because it's usually transferring the money from both of the accounts and present, of course, some additional information. And this is actually the case which we had in OTP Bank in Serbia, where we merged the personal and business banking for the entrepreneurs. So they are usually they are using actually the mobile application from the private individual segment, and they can see all the accounts within the one app. They can use the services from the personal banking business, but also having all the important information about their company within the one app. And actually, this is something which is bringing some customer satisfaction, especially if you know that within the same app, you can also have additional third-party services such as insurance or digital content, digital services, which can be bought directly from the mobile banking app. As a customer, I'm just buying the voucher or subscription by paying from my account number. I don't need the card or any e-commerce transaction in the background. So for me, it's convenient to have everything on one spot, on one place, instead of jumping to the additional applications, additional portals to get the pretty much the same service like from the mobile app. So if we stick to this coffee shop example, they can also purchase the subscription for the Spotify and have the proper music in the restaurant by using the mobile app from the bank and paying the voucher or subscription for Spotify from the mobile apps. So of course there is a plenty of services which are offered to the end users, and gaming is also becoming very important. Everyone who is playing Sony PlayStation knows the hassle if you want to buy the credit for the Sony PlayStation. Your end user will probably use it, so why not to offer that services in the mobile app, in the one spot. We are using this app for the entrepreneurs, for the private individuals. We also released 2 months ago the specific segment for the juniors, for the kids from 11 years until 18, to have different set of services, different modules, different functionalities for their own stuff. So having in mind all these differences between the SME segments, that is the really something which can be easily used for SME segments as well. How we are creating all this personalization is actually within the solution we are using this digital banking score. So it is not only important to provide additional features and products to the end user. What we see is more important how those features are used by the customers. So it is more about how they are engaged. So if they are creating payment orders, at what time, on what city, when they are using the application, and also how they are using the application. So if you are releasing the new feature or new product, it is very important to understand what is the real outcome on the production, and if the customers are really using it or not. So checking all these insights, getting all these reports is something which becomes crucial to have for the business owners of from the old banks, old business owners, just to see if the new product is successful or is it used by the customer. Also, we are using the same tool for enabling this personalized experience based on their habits, based on their segments. Coming back to these three segments, you can create multiple segments, multiple features and functionality, but it is the most important to whom to offer and how to use it. So using all this automation, all this machine learning in the background to learn about your customer, to learn how they are using the solution, it becomes the daily business to use this kind of tools for promotion. So, for example, if you have the promotion on the north part of the country that there is some event or fair for the agro, let's stick to the agro, those kind of information are relevant for the customers who are doing business on that part, but on the southern part of the country, that is totally irrelevant. With the Fintense, with the platform, you can offer specific segment. It can be promotion or specific product to the customers who are logged in on who are using actually mobile apps on that region. So there is a plenty of data within the system which we can really use for the promoting the proper service, promoting the proper information to that customers. So to make it the real personalized content for all of them based on all these insights. And of course, that is helping bank for cross-selling and upselling the services. But at the end, it will make also happy customer and satisfied to get the real services and real information which are needed at that moment. When we discuss about digitalization, the account onboarding and online lending, that is becoming very standard, a must-have features. And what we are also trying to explain, of course, it is the lending part, which is the most important to get the money from the digital banking. And there is a lot of these ready-made journeys which will help banks to prepare the products such as cash loan, overdraft, credit card, or provide some financial limits so customer can apply for the new disbursement, for the new letter of credit. But what we see is also very important to cover all these reasons why they are visiting the branch and why they are doing business, which are also a bit a challenge for them. So, for example, if they need to get some confirmation for some additional business like account balance or account certification, those kind of things are easy to be automatized, and we see the very trendy in all our customers, or at least our portfolio, that majority of this not related to the lending but transactional business is also available online. If your customer needs to provide some documents proof for the KYC procedure every year, then we can also have the same process, the same procedure on mobile apps, but not exactly the same, which is the biggest mistake, to be honest, but adapted for the channel and adapted for that segment. So you will have different procedures for the non NGO, for the medium enterprises. All these differences can be available online. Also, one of the example is the managing the too many, especially for the small for the medium companies. If you have too many employees who are using digital banking, there is always some request, okay, remove this account for this person or allow him to do that and this. This is also time consuming for the customers, for the banks. So, but at the end, it can be also available within the platform. So for the manager who can create all these different privileges and different set of functions or modules available to the specific users. All this is usually happening within the branch or within the call center, but it is fully available to have it online, or opening additional account for the different currency. These kind of things are something which is very time consuming for all of us, from the customer perspective, but also from the bank perspective, and should be available within the platform. And we see the very good response from the end users, that avoiding visit to the bank from this kind of transactions and meetings because of this kind of administrative paperwork is something also which is beneficial for all of them. So reducing time for the banking side business is something which is very helpful. What we are trying to explain with the Fintense is that it is not just like the platform; it is more like the tool who is helping traditional banks, incumbent banks, to become digital leaders. We are supporting them on this digital journey, digital transformation journey, with some of the practice, some of the known features, some of the features which are part of the platform. We cannot expect that all the banks have premium CRM or full automated core backend system. So a lot of these things are embedded within the platform, and we are actually bringing this practice and know-how from the different area, and helping the banks to be more agile, more faster when it comes to the time to market, with all these ready-made tools. I'm coming from New Frontier Innova, and we are operating on 3 continents. We started from this region. Our company head office is in Vienna, and the delivery center is based in Serbia, in Belgrade. We started from this region, but now we are covering 3 different continents. We have the customers from the GCC countries, South Africa, but of course the strongest presence is in the Central Eastern Europe. We were recognized by the biggest business analyst, and we received, our platform received the awards. With Raiffeisen Serbia, we received 4 years ago awards from the Finovate in New York for the best consumer online lending platform. This year we were in the finalist with OTP Bank in Serbia for the best consumer banking, when you are competing with JP Morgan or Digital Bank Singapore, which they had the number of the employees like entire banking sector in Serbia, and you are with them on the finalist. That is really means a lot for us. Of course, there is some prizes which are received for the bank, which proves us that we are on the good way, and we are really supporting those banks to become leaders. Last week, Raiffeisen Bank Albania received the award from the Global Finance for the best digital bank. Raiffeisen Serbia received it for the Euromoney, so also for the best digital bank. Other customers are also recognized as a leader. So this is also proving us that we are supporting them properly, and we are on the good track with all this stuff which we are doing for them. So I wouldn't bother you too much with the questions. Olena, please feel free if you have questions, or from the audience. I saw that there is a lot of questions from the public, so
Yes,
happy to answer them.
Thank you very much, Milan. Thank you very much for great presentation, and I'm really excited about what you have just shown. So yes, let's get to the Q&A session, and I do invite our attendees. Please type your questions in the chat. Yes, we have 2 questions at the moment. I will start with the first one, and of course I have mine, Milan. Just let's leave them for the
counting on it.
Yes, we have first question from Rogerio. Thank you very much for that. That's so here are like for banks in Brazil, from what I understand, that new bank uses OCR for account opening and facial recognition for authentication. offers digital accounts opening with facial recognition and OCR for documents. Recognition verification. Banco de Brazil implements facial recognition for both authentication and digital accounts opening, and Bradesco use facial recognition for secure login and transaction approval. Do you use that also? Or what are the methods?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the question and short market overview from the Nubank and others. Biometric is also becoming a must-have feature for the whole mobile banking. So what we are using for the payments, of course, it's up to the bank to decide for the amount of the payments to have some additional elements, but biometrics for login for payments is a must-have in all the cases. When it comes to the onboarding, to be honest, it is more related to the local legislation than to the technology. We have support, for example, award which I mentioned with Raiffeisen. We launched 2 years before COVID, account opening without visiting the branch. It was the first real online account opening. And we used OCR for the documents. We used also additional validation of all these documents. There is a lot of these state repositories for the validation. But the local legislation said that you need to have at least the video call in order to activate the account. There is a technology behind. For example, in South Africa, we are using the liveness detection and face recognition, reading the documents, driving license and stuff like that, without any human intervention. But it was allowed on that region, and there is a technology behind which is providing all these services. But I must say that AI improved a lot, but in a bit wrong way. When it comes to the liveness detection and all these frauds which we are seeing, and at least in EU countries, I assume that it will be mandatory to have at least one video call with call agents for the account opening. But technology is there and it is used. So far, luckily, we didn't have any fraud, to be honest, but it is also something which is mandatory to have, especially biometrics for the payment and log. That is a must-have.
Yeah, and here I just maybe can add that, for example, in Poland, selfie is the main tool, let's say, to digitally onboard customers. So selfie, face recognition, and also a picture of ID from one and the other side. And this is it. But yes, you are right that this is regarding the regulations. Okay, we have a question. This is another comment from Nigeria that in Portugal we have a bank using metaverse. Are you going this way to digital?
Yeah, we explored that. We explored it. There is a lot of course, there is a lot of hype about the metaverse. We explored that as an option. It is very interesting. Not a real case, to be honest. But when you are doing this business, sometimes you need to be in front of everyone, and you need at least to try and test the real value. We have the customers who actually opened the branch on metaverse. So let's see. It is still too early to see. Is it really the going to bring some real business? But for marketing, definitely yes, it is important to follow all these trends.
Yeah. But at the moment, actually, all the bank branches in the metaverse are pure marketing branches. You cannot, as far as I know, buy any product there at the moment.
Exactly.
So we'll see. We have a question from Ivan Babic. Are you open to cooperation with small developing firms of some specific features that might add value for the users of your application? I will introduce you to each other after the webinar. Thank you, Ivan.
Okay, and see you in Vienna if you are coming. And of course, yes, and of course, yes, we have a lot of these events where we are actually collaborating with small, big companies to bring some additional value, new products, new services. It is business as usual, how it say. So if you have new ideas, Olena will connect us.
Yes.
I am happy to discuss it further.
All right. All right. Now I have my questions, Milan, to you. And the first I would like to ask about the super app or SME ecosystem, as we call it more commonly. So yes, like this is in my opinion, this is an absolute must, and for to offer business or additional value, added value services for SMEs, because yeah, for sure, like their daily operations are sales and issuing or receiving the invoices from their counterparties, and this is their core, and the transactions are actually underneath of this business operations in the eyes of the SME customers. So offering the invoicing or embedded online accounting or some other services like e-shops or some other tools which help SMEs do their business is becoming a must. SMEs started to expect this, and we can say, like watching on the examples that you just brought from Serbia, and also we see, for example, on the Polish market, that here all top banks, especially for entrepreneurs, for private entrepreneurs, they integrated already e-invoicing and online accounting offer. So we can say that here in the CEE region, the bank started that journey. And I wanted to ask you, what is the first actually feedback from your customers, from the banks with whom you implemented about the super app, and what are the key factors that you can name to make this implementation successful?
Well, first, I need also to agree it is not more luxury or premium service to offer this variety of services. So they are becoming not value-added services, variety of services
Yes.
which are needed for the end user. And what we see is that if you are going into this customer-centric approach, you will really recognize the real services which your end users, the customers of the banks are requiring. When we released with this, first started with this, the service with OTP banks, for example, a bit what we didn't expect is that the more interest was about gaming, about the vouchers for the gaming industry. So what we realized is not only me as a parent, I'm buying the voucher for my kids to play Fortnite or Minecraft or whatever. So it is, I mean, the kids will buy that voucher for sure. So it is more like, is it commodity to have it with the mobile apps? Because or give that parent joy of hustle with e-commerce, surfing on the proper website, giving the payment cards, etc. So the gaming was a bit surprising. We were expected a bit different services. Also, insurance is something which is lately released. Household insurance. If we are considering that for all these mortgages, the house insurance is mandatory in a majority of the countries. So customer are obliged to bring some confirmation that they pay the insurance, and there is a renewal insurance every year. Some additional steps should be taken. So they started to buy the household insurance using the mobile app because it's more convenient. For them, it's a click. It's a known insurance company. There is also behind the bank, which is the source of trust. So if you as a bank are able to offer all these additional services, then me as a customer, I'm very comfortable and convenient that this is the real services, and I will get the services for that. From the bank side, of course, there is additional revenue stream for selling something which is not pure banking product, like the selling the Office 365 subscription. I mean, in banking, that is like, okay, this is not our case, but your end users are using that. So they will in any case buy it. So let's offer them in the same spot, in the same app. So let's build this one-stop shop really with some additional services.
Yes, yes, and plus, yes, you mentioned the revenue stream, because, for example, if you embed or integrate the e-invoicing and online accounting, then you have all the information on the business customer that you ever might have, so you can really do a cross-sell, right, with the pre-approved offers, because you have already the data, customers' data. You can invoice finance with 1-2 clicks, or offer some loans, just having this data already. So this is also the opportunity to cross-sell as a next step.
Or promote factoring, which is actually the core business of all banks, but not so familiar with the majority of the customers, especially in the SME micro segment. They have some something which we need to train them to explain what are the banking services. But if they see the get money immediately with on one click.
Yeah, exactly. The invoice
exactly.
appears the button, click here to receive your money now. Do not wait while counterparty will pay you. Then yes, they just click, and if they are the customers of the bank, then it should be smooth. And the other question what I wanted to ask is about the personalization, the second part of your presentation, because what you showed, this is just wow. We do not see at the moment any examples, at least for SME or business customers, of such a personalization. And I also think that this should be a must. And so it is, like, I think that banks really should start thinking on that very actively, because, for example, being now an SME customer in Poland, and when I receive, for example, they offer apply for a car loan, or to get car in leasing, while I do not need car for my business, but I don't, for example, receive offers for overdraft, which I might need for my business to cover my cash flow gaps, then it makes me think that, hey, my banks just really do not understand my business. So this personalization should start working. And my question to you is, because it's not a simple task, right? From what exactly banks should start here? Is it the segmentation itself? And also my like a sub question here is, what are the technical prerequisites to that? Whether the banks should have CRM for that before they implement such a personalization view, because, for example, we know that in the CE around 40% of the banks still do not have any CRM, so they use Excel. What are the prerequisites, from what to start, and how long such an implementation can last?
Well, I can add that this 55% with banks which has the CRM, it is not the CRM which they expected to have, majority of them, but okay. The first, we already start with this segmentation. OTP case for the private individuals is actually having this kind of segments with the junior app and different functionality. So that is started 2-3 months ago. So let's see what will be the outcome. When it comes to the technical prerequisites, we don't expect the CRM, to be honest, because we see that even the CRM which are in place, they are with the limited capabilities. So what we are offering, or what we are building within the platform, all the banks from the other side have the segmentation. So you really know who is the agro segment, who is the micro, who is in the medium small. Is it Excel or database? That doesn't matter. What we are doing is using all this information and creating these segments within our platform. So there is no needed to have real-time connection with the CRM or stuff like that. It can be configured within the platform, within the Fintense platform. So the business owners from the business departments can also use the platform in that way, that they can switch one company to the different segment, or they can create the real cases on the daily basis. I will give you one example. If you have agro segment, you will have the list of the customers. They can have different look and feel, a different set of features within the same platform. So there is no like different app on the Apple or Google Store to download it. No, you are using the same credential like any legal entity. But once you log in, you will get different set of. We mentioned these calculators as the easiest example, but that can be also more granular. So if you have the customers from the North region and there is some fair event where you as a bank promoting some great conditions for the machinery leasing or stuff like that, you can really target those companies who actually logged in from that region with that specific campaign on your mobile device. You can change the dashboard on the real time without updating the new version. It is on the in a real time. Just present some relevant information because it will need only 5 days for that event. So at that 5 days, you need to act immediately and you need to present that information to that specific customer group. All these kind of segmentation are part of the solution, can be managed within the platform. There is no need for the CRM. Excel is fine. So we can get the info from the Excel and then we can continue with the app and play with all these segments within the solution.
Yeah, this is cool. A question from Zoran: can app be implemented to offer open banking services?
Yeah, and that is actually the case. We are using this open banking concept for these additional services. And this is something which is also implemented into EU countries. So following all these PSD2 standards, this is the what PSD2 and open banking bringing us as a business opportunity to the banks. What we see, for example, PSD2 in the EU countries, we see that the TPPs are actually the banks, not like the retail and SME business, but the banks who are getting all this information from each other and creating the profiles of the customers. So this is something where you can support your retail business customers to offer their services within the banking platform based on the open banking services.
SMEs as well, I hope. Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. Yes, I have last question to you, Milan. I just cannot ask you because I read you haven't presented it, but I read on your website that you have that you offer solutions in the augmented reality AR, right? That solution that make customers so that, for example, when their customers are buying some or searching for some goods like in a physical store, so they can using their phones with augmented reality see at once what are the expenses, like in a visual way, what are the offers to finance this purchase. I just wanted to ask you here because I think this is a really new, fresh and really engaging way to sell digitally lending products, or maybe not only lending products, which is very simple for their user because you have your phone everywhere, and even if you're buying in a physical store, you have you do the photo, so you compare the prices. So anywhere the phone is in your hand, and and you don't have to have these printed things everywhere. So how banks can implement this with you? Tell us a little bit more.
Actually, thank you for the question. Actually, what we did, we combined this augmented reality with buy now, pay later within the solution. But let me show you the clip. I believe it would be the easiest just to understand the concept. So just okay, entire screen. Okay, so let's see. This is the mobile app, and actually the case is that me as a customer, I'm using the app, and I know that in some retail store, I have some additional discount if I'm or promotion. for some specific product if I'm using the some specific bank. So on this World of Discount, I'm finding the Technomax, which is using this promotion. When selecting the Technomax, I will see what are the benefits, and there is an option virtual shopping. Since I'm in the store, I'm selecting this virtual shopping, and there is an iPhone. We need to update it with the 16. This is 14. After I scan the device, this is
Hello,
happened.
John. Interested in purchasing this iPhone? Based on your finances, you qualify for an instant loan for buying it. If you accept, you can get the iPhone right away.
So actually, we know who is the customer. We know the scoring of the customer. We know which device, and we can offer him installments, 3 way, 12 months, 24 or 36. So he can actually select how to pay that device or how to finance that device. Finalizing the purchase after the selecting, I am showing the QR code. Now it's mandatory for everyone to scan the in Serbia that I can scan the QR code and pay like that. Or the in the background, the bank will finance this iPhone, and the customer will take the device with him. In the background, we are processing the pre-approved the cash loan with installments for the 24 months. So this is like combining augmented reality with buy now, pay later, and also providing some services on a bit different level. It is very convenient for the customer, a bit different for the banks. So let's see what will be the outcome. Now we are having 2 implementations so far. So next time we will show you a bit more details.
This is cool. This is cool. Yeah. Thank you very much, Milan. And thank you very much for all attendees that stayed till the very end. And yes, if you join us next month at the C24 SME Banking Conference in Vienna, Fintense and NF Innova team will be there. And yeah, and you will see also Digital Me before the entrance to the venue, to the Digitaro in augmented reality with the arrows and where you should enter, inviting me to the conference. So thank you very much.
Thank you for the opportunity, and see you in Vienna.
See you next month. Thank you. Goodbye.